Start recording. Stop recording button.
Hey, what's up, folks? It's me, Micah Grau here. Now, I've really been paying attention to all these governors and mayors and shit, telling us to lock down, but then them not doing it themselves. And, here's what's important. Most people do not understand what tyranny is. Most people in the world do not understand what communism is. They have been brought up by brain damaged parents. They have been brought up in the public school system, which brain damages them. And they have no idea what the real world is really like. And it's like it's, two different dimensions, if you will. In one dimension, you have those kind of people, the people that don't have a serious thought in their heads, the people that don't give a damn about politics, and the people that sit there and watch football, and the people that sit there and wear a mask and do whatever they're told. And then you have people like me, and basically in the, dimension of people like me, we're monitoring everything. We have, multiple perspectives given to us, multiple angles, so we understand what's really going on here. It's like if you're wearing a professional monitoring headset versus a consumer one. You're wearing a professional headset. You have a clear idea of what's going on. You can hear everything the way it's supposed to be heard. You know what it is that you're being presented with. So it's like, me, I understand tyranny. I understand lockdowns and martial law and orders and surveillance states. And see, it's not something that the public school taught me. I didn't learn this stuff through public school. I learned it through listening to Michael Savage and Rush Limbaugh and Laura Ingraham and Alex Jones and other hosts. Point is, I have multiple different perspectives. And so question is, what do you do if you have knowledge and you can see the tyranny unfolding? You know, do you sit back and act like it's not happening? Or do you try to talk to people and issue the international distress call, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday? Well, if you're like me, you issue Mayday calls, you raise the alarm, you try to get people's attention, you try to warn them of what's coming, you try to warn them of how much danger they're in. But see, the problem is that most people do not have iodine in their systems. Okay? Most people do not have a clear head. You know, they're vitamin deficient. They're iodine deficient. They're deficient in protein. They're deficient in critical minerals because they're brought up in the public school system. And you know, they're fed genetically modified organisms, you know, by the schools, and they're brainwashed. Now, you know, luckily I was able to resist this kind of stuff. But you have to remember, the average person doesn't know how. You know, the average person doesn't understand that their cell phone is being used to track them and spy on them. They don't understand that. The average person does not have the brain capacity to understand these complex topics. Their brains have literally been starved of minerals and vitamins and iodine and sunlight. They don't understand. They don't have any kind of understanding of any of it. They don't have any instinct. They just bow down and do whatever. They just bow down and do whatever someone tells them to, regardless of whether it's going to hurt them or not. When you wear a mask, all the bacteria that you breathe goes into the mask instead of out into the air, and the mask turns into a petri dish. You know, you breathe it in the mask, and instead of going out in the air, it turns into a petri dish. But nobody cares. They all just do whatever they're told. So, if you're someone like me, you try to warn people. You try to get them to understand what is really going on. And I really hope that People are waking up, man. You know, nobody reacts when someone else's land is being stolen or when someone gets dragged off for trying to open their business. Nobody reacts. It's time to start reacting. Wake up, America, before it's too late. Have a nice day.